Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and today I am doing a special reaction and review for Framing Britney Spears. So I'm a huge Britney Spears fan, and I heard that they were doing a documentary of sorts about Britney and the entire Free Britney movement. So I knew I was going to watch it, and I thought I would go ahead and share my live reaction with you all as well as my post thoughts after watching the episode. Now, this is actually part of a bigger series, a New York Times series, which I didn't know. So it's episode 6 of that New York Times series, but really it's the only episode in the series I had much interest in, not gonna lie. So, of course, I know a lot about Free Britney. I think what is happening to her is egregious and really actually disturbing. So, I'm anticipating probably getting angry when it comes to this reaction video, not gonna lie. So, I guess let's go ahead and see what's happening with this documentary episode. So I'm currently watching on Hulu, but I believe it's an FX series as well. So there you go. I do know it just premiered on Hulu this past weekend. So
What do we want?
oh,
This is Free Britney one,
And it's usually used for elderly people who don't have the necessary brain function.
But a functioning woman that's been working nonstop, it doesn't make any sense.
That it's just been this long and I didn't know.
I love this fan
Why is
base,
she still
y'all.
in this? Why is her dad making all of her decisions?
Always viewed the situation as something that I don't think would have ever happened to a man in
Well,
America.
pretty much.
We stand up for you, Britney Spears, and we won't
We love
stop
you,
until
Britney.
you reach freedom.
Maybe I'll get just as sad as I am angry. I'm already getting sad. But I love Britney Army. I love you all. We stand by our girl.
She's been in a conservatorship for the past 12 years.
12 years. That's
There's been a lot of
insane,
speculation
y'all.
as to her said Britney wants someone else to be in charge of her money
Yeah.
and wants
She
Jamie,
wants
her father,
someone
to step
else.
down.
That is amazing.
Okay.
Oh, love you, Felicia.
This is the first one I got, y'all. This was when Baby One More Time was a multi-platinum album. You have to sell 1 million. The one reason that I agreed to do the interview is so we could remind people of why they fell in love with her in the first place.
I don't need reminding, but I'm really glad she did this interview.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No, sir.
Of all things that she could be asked about, because what else could
Yeah,
we
what in the
possibly
world?
talk to a woman or a girl
Ridiculous. This video quality, child.
The only thing Jamie ever said to me was, my daughter's going to be so rich, she's going to buy me a boat. That's all I'm going to say about Jamie.
Oh.
The video shows up. Quite famously, she is in.
She wanted to go get $10,000 in $100 bills, and she just drove through Kentwood and gave out $100 bills.
Oh, Britney.
And it
Legit.
1999.
Since I've been 8 years old,
She was
I have been a
Mr.
mega
Reality
Britney
TRL
Spears
a lot.
stan, y'all.
She produced excellent videos.
I know about all the contracts and all the deals I'm about to do. I'm not just some girl who's listening to my manager.
God, that kills me hearing it.
And I know she's aiming for the little kids market or whatever. She needs to back off and put a pair of blue jeans on, no shoes, and just sing, you know?
Oh
To
my
many,
God.
you are a contradiction. On the one way,
I think a lot of people were like uncomfortable with, you know, her sexuality.
A lot of talk about your sexy Lolita look,
Goodness.
especially after.
Well, your breasts.
My breasts.
You seem to get furious when a talk show host comes up with this subject.
I'll say this, you know,
These
I
people
worked
were so
with
effing
all boy
nasty.
bands,
Who
all of them,
asks a
not
young girl
one of the
like,
boys was
ugh.
ever under any
Oof.
scrutiny?
It certainly is a paradox, isn't
What the hell?
The way she works and the way she dresses. She doesn't seem that innocent.
That's when she just really started becoming more free and less concerned.
Am I a virgin?
Again,
Yes, I am a virgin, and I definitely want to try and have sex till I'm married. I just want to wait for that special someone. So.
Why were they asking her this crap?
Thank you.
So stupid.
They break up. Justin sort of made it, weaponizes the video for one of his singles to incriminate her in the demise of the relationship.
Timberlake is in the house, and I just want to ask you one question. Did you Britney Spears? Yes or no?
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
Okay, I did it. No.
Well, you know, misogyny, I don't know, what can you say about misogyny? There's a whole infrastructure to support it.
Oh, that sure is.
There's a whole apparatus ready to do it.
So stupid. Oh, and then JT went on to do that to Janet Jackson, too, so that's fun.
Britney Spears has upset a lot of mothers in this country, starting with the wife of the governor of Maryland.
Really, if I had an opportunity to shoot Britney Spears, I think I would.
Oh, that's horrible.
Well, she was the example for kids and how hard it is to be a parent.
Yeah.
Here to, you know.
That's horrible to say that. Why would they? Oh, God, these news reporters sometimes.
Visible to exist.
No. People just piss me off. What I don't understand is why nobody gets reprimanded for their behavior as press, interviewing people, asking this bull crap.
I feel like I've been missing out.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I've been missing out on life.
Who watched Chaotic? I had it on DVD.
In the beginning, when paparazzis were following Britney, you could tell she enjoyed it. Waving.
I mean, I feel like every celebrity person would like it at first.
And it was a great kind of relationship.
Y'all effed it up. Y'all screwed it.
Britney tripping outside a New York hotel Thursday while holding her 8-month-old son in one hand and a glass of water in the other.
Britney Spears is on the hot seat.
thing that people became fascinated with was her sort of unraveling. Fascinating.
Britney in Paris.
This makes me so mad.
She's basically starting to lose.
The goal was not to sort of, with these kinds of imagery, be negative about people. It was to enjoy their lives in a somewhat aspirational / relatable way.
Really? Really? No one. Maybe 2 other people in literally history have dealt with this, what Britney Spears dealt with in 2007, 2008 time when it was just insanity, constant.
It's so much fun to take a celebrity who's a young, beautiful, talented girl and rip her to shreds.
It was so cold, Britney Spears had chapped head.
Friends say this is the craziest thing Britney's ever done.
Fun.
Didn't involve marriage. It's unbelievable.
I just can't imagine somebody's going through this and the world is laughing and the world is ridiculing with literally zero compassion for Britney Spears. It was honestly one of the most disgusting displays I can think of. Look at this headline.
Affected her at all?
Yeah.
I don't really think, working on her for so many years, she never gave a clue or information to us that I don't appreciate. You guys, leave me the F alone.
What about when she said, leave me alone?
There were times where she like, can you leave me alone for the day? But it wasn't like, leave me alone forever. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
The shaving of the head, the umbrella scene with the paparazzi, stints in
If you're asking who is Sam Lutfi, he's the latest in a long line of
Oh God, Sam Lutfi, please. Leech.
Who
Trash. That's what he is.
Thank you, Britney Spears. Being bad is good for my business.
Oh my God. Really, Perez? I cannot.
Mental health when Britney Spears was
nobody's talking about mental health.
through.
Britney's father files for a temporary conservatorship over Britney.
We hope the best for your daughter, sir.
I think every person's rights are sacred. There are.
Her alone. I mean, why don't we just leave her alone? Let her just go on with her
Imagine
life.
that. Wow.
Hi, Britney. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you.
I got a call from Britney.
Was she opposed to her dad as the conservator of the estate, the person, or
Both.
Both. Yes,
She still doesn't, and yet courts ignore it.
The court told me, Mr. Streisand, I'm not going to let you represent her. I'm going to appoint somebody. I felt that was not the right decision by the judge. I felt that based on my interactions with Britney, that she was capable of retaining me and directing me, and that the judge should have allowed that to happen.
Can you give us some? I have not seen a conservatee who has successfully terminated a conservatorship.
Wow. Really? That shady bitch.
In the first year, the conservators of Britney, for the record.
I own this documentary on DVD.
The high points in my life is seeing how much she was loved.
Originally
She's still
ranking at around 310,000.
I'm going to be the president of the dog. Promised to be very lucrative for the conservatorship estate. This conservatorship should be viewed more as a hybrid business model.
Again, imagine getting those words from one of the people in the conservatorship and not bells ringing off to the judge.
At this point in her life, Britney welcomes and appreciates the informed support of her many fans. Britney herself is vehemently opposed to this effort by her father.
She's paying for not only her own lawyer, she's paying for her conservators, and she's paying for her conservators' lawyers. So do they always have her best interest at heart?
Judges speaking. They're not going to suspend Jamie today.
I was so mad, y'all. I was so freaking mad.
Jamie has said, no, I've done a good job. I love my daughter a lot, and actually it would harm Britney if I were to step down. The judge allowed Britney to add on this bank to...
She's functioning enough to say, hey, I don't want my father to be conservator. I'm not going to perform if he's the conservator.
This is, okay, this makes me very happy. We went from Paris to London underneath the water on a train. And we thought that was about the coolest thing we'd ever done.
Didn't respond. Well, of course. Of course. All right. Well, that was my reaction to Framing Britney Spears. Overall, I would say this documentary didn't give me personally as much information as I was hoping for. I was maybe hoping for a little bit more insight specifically regarding the conservatorship and that entire situation and legal stuff, I would say. We did get some legal discussion, particularly when it came to other lawyers speaking or talking about conservatorships at large. Otherwise, I think it was a pretty standard documentary that just kind of showed what she's been through in her career and obviously kind of recounted some of the ideas behind the Free Britney movement and how that got its legs to get to the point where it is now, where they felt the need to make this documentary at all, and obviously to where it's like a news breaking movement. So yeah, I think it was definitely an interesting watch. I love just seeing Felicia. I think she is wonderful. We all love her. Still, and it was interesting to see how she kind of was pushed out, if you will. Yeah, and honestly, I don't have too much to say about it. I think it is absolutely outrageous that we have so much in here and so many instances over the last 12, going on 13 years at this point, stating that she just does not want her father as her conservator, and the court continues to ignore that. It's really insane getting that documentation, as we've seen before, saying that this is a co-business model is ridiculous and should have been ringing the bells and the alarms for the courts as soon as it was said. That's outrageous. And here we are with that latest one just happening recently, leaving her father on there, when once again she comes forward to say in clear mind, I do not want him on there. I will not perform with him as my conservator. Get him off, and I would like a bank to take over that responsibility. And yet, there they go. A woman who this year will be turning 40 years old. And once she turns 40, she'll be on this conservatorship for 13 years. It's insane. It is horrible. It is heartbreaking to think of. And if anything, this documentary really just kind of re-highlighted how much she's been through as a person, in the limelight, out of the limelight, all of it. And for those that I guess aren't huge Britney fans, I hope that this brings a little bit more clarity to the situation that we have been pushing for all of this time now, and why the Free Britney movement is so important, and why it really does need to have this big media presence, because until we get to that point where at the very, very bare minimum, she's allowed to say, I don't want my father on there, a 40-year-old grown woman saying, I don't want my father controlling my life, then what are we doing here? I mean, it's just ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't have too much, and sorry I didn't have all that much in the documentary as well. Mostly, again, because it was a lot that I already knew, a lot of clips and a lot of documents that I had already seen. But I definitely wanted to watch this along with you all. Hopefully, my fellow Britney fans obviously are watching this weekend. But more importantly, honestly, I'm really hoping that non-big Britney fans really watch this documentary, because I think it's largely aimed at them and the general audience on what's going on and why is this a thing. So that was it. That was my reaction and review for the New York Times special Framing Britney Spears. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Did you watch Framing Britney Spears? Let me know your thoughts either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!